Alright, anyway, here we are. Here we are. Bottom right side, blue tavern player fighting for Team NV. He is Bunny. Bunny truly has been quite the powerhouse to be reckoned with recently. Continuously just upping his game. Is it finally time where he can add himself to the list? To the horseman? We'll have to wait and see. He needs to go up against this man right here. It's been quite the horseman for a while now. He's the red tavern player fighting for Kai C Gaming. He is Innovation. Alright. Brother's pretty good also. He needs some rest though. There are some people criticizing Bjorn for PPing too often in offline tourneys. Pausing, you mean? For his injury and stuff? I don't know, he doesn't do it that much in our tournaments. Hardly ever, really. Like, I think he did it maybe once? And one time he had to give up a match because he couldn't feel his hands anymore. Yeah, he is quite stubborn. He's a nice guy though, you know? He's a very friendly guy. But, you know, sometimes stubbornness... it's just... I guess stubbornness is a required skill to become good at StarCraft 2 as well. Oh, in offline ones. Oh, right. I mean in GSL as well, right? He only did it... at least I personally have only seen it once. As well, in the offline matches. He got an official warning as well. For it, yeah. So take that into account. So, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Quicker expansion here for Bunny. Innovation, aiming towards the technological side of things here. Getting himself that quick starport. Can always be a difficult thing, right? To deal with a quick starport. Yeah. Yeah, pausing for pain, I mean, it's a weird one, right? It's not really something you expect to, like, when you're making a gaming tournament. It's not like something, alright, and what if one of our players is injured and is in a lot of pain and wants to pause the game because, you know, he is hurting a lot. Hard thing to have to foresight for. Well then. He's gonna get that siege tank. He's going for it. If he gets that siege tank, that'd be nuts. I'd be so impressed. He doesn't get it. That's a shame. Losing 3 Reapers there. No Hellions lost though. Innovation immediately going on the offensive himself, being like, you know what, that was quite a couple of units you sent over. Good way for him as well to get the scout going, of course. Doesn't quite know about the expansion, so he's a bit in the dark here. Didn't even get to see the 2 gas guys is there, so... I mean, to be fair, I think Bjorn is just one of those players that... actually, a lot of these StarCraft players, right? I mean, practice is just a daily thing for them. Whether they're playing tournaments or not. Maybe he has more rest in these offline tournaments than he would have on a regular ladder day anyway, right? Because there's like these in-between periods of time where other players are playing their matches. So maybe actually there's more free time or time off and rest periods in between games as there would be on ladder, because ladder is just like, alright, queue up, queue up, queue up. Unless if you add in your own breaks. And that's a slippery slope, adding your own breaks. Wonder if Trap will find a team soon. I mean, I hope so. finds this attack here. That is looking to be coming forwards. Could have been just a little bit of a cluster of units aiming more so to get himself a defense going for the third base, of course. Third base here, funnily enough, gonna go quicker up in construction for innovation as opposed to Bunny. The player that did get himself that quicker natural base will not be carrying over that advantage into the mid to late game here, it would appear. Going to be taken into the hands of innovation, the base advantage. Which means, you know, theoretically Bunny should have an advantage elsewhere. I believe that is in the air dominance right now. 6 Vikings, so there's only 2 Ravens. But then we also have a medevac here for innovation, so it's not even that necessarily. Oh. Okay. Looks like they're safe. 4 Vikings here. Going for the offensive. I mean, 3 of them do one-shot SCVs. Already getting 6 of them on the third base as well. That's a delay. Gonna get a siege tank over here. My, you don't see that all too often. Oh, stim pack. Hold up. No, well, they will not get stim pack. There's no way they get stim pack. Up in the air again. Getting himself out of there. Now a Liberator comes in also. 7 SCVs. That's a good good amount. That is quite the good amount. Now the Liberator comes in. It's like, hello, sir. You thought you were safe? Well, unfortunately, you were just wrong. And there comes his own third base right now. Let's see if he can get another delay on the third, or if that is even anywhere near his mind. Not going to happen. Innovation already aware of that potential there as well, so was ensuring that was not going to happen. Right. Could be a big engagement here in the middle. Who will siege up first? Looks like it will be Bunny. Would still be enough though. Interference Matrix causing quite the stir. 2 more siege tanks in the back though. Do stop innovation from gaining any more ground. Together with that liberating the Viking squad in particular. Could be good. I mean, the Liberator here definitely making life difficult for innovation, who is just kind of forced backwards for the time being. Oh, that's a big stim coming forwards. And the siege tanks unsiege. That is going to be a good cleanup right now. Bunny a bit too quick on the trigger there, trying to get himself into an aggressive position. Big drop into the main base right now. 4 siege tanks. The SCVs trying their best to cuddle the siege tank to death. We'll be able to get rid of them. Big drop as well going on here with the Vikings actually onto the base of innovation. They were not there to keep the doom drop from occurring because they were here doing some doom work of their own. 33 workers. That is one hell of an attack right there. Losing all of the Vikings, but man, that's a lot of damage being achieved. Keeping his own third base alive. 51 workers now versus 25. Bunny, 43 workers, army supply versus 42. Upgrades in his favor as well. He does have himself an armory. Could afford to get himself the +2/+2 here, perhaps, but perhaps the game is not even going to require him to get that +2/+2 here because he did find that much damage right now. Innovation, it's really up to him right now to get this damage anywhere, somewhere. He needs to do anything, really. And it's up to Bunny to kind of keep that from happening, of course. Just needs to stay alive. That +1/+1 advantage no longer a part of the equation here. Siege tanks for both these players set up. It looks like Bunny, once again, will maintain his ground. Again, a drop on the backside of things, though. Every time Innovation decides to get aggressive, Bunny's already there as well with a counter-attack set up. taking advantage of innovation's attention being elsewhere. That's the +2/+2. Bunny deciding, you know what, may as well keep that advantage rolling. It's a good call here. Innovation only now setting up shop with an armory, so that's going to be a long while away for he will be able to start up his own +2/+2. As Bunny is starting to take the initiative on the map now as well. A couple of Marines here and there still ready to keep the scouting going for innovation, but he's still going to get a bit blindsided here, perhaps. Oh, no, he's in a really pretty, fairly good position. Not a really good position, but a fairly okay one. Getting rid of one of the siege tanks right now. The Marine numbers not going into innovation's favor. Bunny takes game number 1 here. GG is called. Very well played there by the NV Terran. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Innovation, kind of getting blindsided there a couple of times with the Viking harassment. We don't see that all too often. I'm surprised actually that we did see that Viking harassment taking place that much. Normally, you know, it's just more so a desperation move, the Viking harassment, where you're like, well, I guess I don't have Marines to drop anymore. Let me just send the Vikings this time around. And normally it is against Protoss as well, because the Vikings do extra damage against those mechanical units. So the probes get 2 shot, and they die very quickly. Now, in this case, apparently you can do it against SCVs as well. You can just use it as your main force of harassment. Because apparently that works. Apparently that works. In the bottom right side, the blue Terran player fighting for Team NV. He is Bunny. In the top left side, we got a red Terran player fighting for the Kai C Gamers. He is Innovation. Of course, Innovation, he never quite made any real attempt to get Vikings himself as well. Which is kind of interesting. We'll be putting down a proxy barracks, by the way. Innovation does. But yeah, that previous game, I wonder, right? I wonder if he had made Vikings as well. Would have that forced Bunny's Vikings to stay more passively and defensively instead of being able to just go across the map, because he knew there would not be that much of an advantage either way to have those Vikings there, right? What your Vikings supposed to do? They do fight pretty well against those Ravens. They are pretty useful at keeping Doom Drops from getting in. But other than that, I mean, once the fighting actually happens with the siege tanks and the Marines, the Vikings are really just an in-between kind of army to keep other bad things from happening rather than just winning the fight straight up. They don't tank that much damage, and they don't deal that much damage against the Marines either. They're just very clunky, so their entire DPS of a ball of Vikings is just going to be a lot smaller than a ball of Marines. Because you can just fit less Vikings on top of one another. Alright, so seeing that there's something missing here, Innovation actually going to go for the Tech Lab as well, making concussive shell here with his Marauders. Bunny getting the scout in the main base is very important. Already making a bunker at the Reaper jump location. And another bunker at the forefront of the main door. And with that, overall, I see Bunny not taking too much damage here, right? Should be okay. Should be okay. There we go. That's the bunker. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Innovation? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. GG is called just like that. Wow. Okay. Okay, no, you know, not feeling to play it out there, it turns out. Okay. 2 points. Going very quickly into the favor of Bunny here. That is not going as you would expect it to go. He just tapped out after, like, alright, well, never mind. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Bunny saying Sugoyo and Innovation saying good, and then Bunny saying you too. So cool guy. Go, go. That's a weird one. Not what you expect from Innovation there. At least, well, I suppose in a way, you know. Huh. Wasn't extremely committed overall, you know. It is the game of comebacks. No question about that, TVT. But he just wasn't feeling it. Anyway, this man now on 2 points because of that. He's the blue Terran, envies Bunny. Red Terran, bottom right side. Team Kaizi, Innovation. Fair enough. Ooh, Mind Games coming out for Innovation. Going for the barracks proxy again, but this time around just barely outside of his own base. So a bit of a different approach to the situation here. Firstly, a Reaper. Above these players. Fortunately for Innovation, Bunny not really scouting here, so
Command center upgrade.
I mean, he's not gonna fall for the mind games if he's not gonna see the mind games. Maybe just anticipating. Alright, Innovation, you're not gonna do that again now, are you? Oh, this is a good start. Oh, yeah, that Reaper may go down. Oh, it's getting real close. Oh, it's getting real close. Alright, let's him go for now. Oh, they're still trying to find one another. Well, at least the red one is trying to find the blue one. Okay. Imagine Bunny being this good at Christmas. Imagine how he's gonna look during Easter. Wow. I thought you were just making a comment on, like, overall he's gonna keep getting better and better, but then I realized Easter, yeah, that makes sense. That is his holiday, isn't it? That's his time of year. Cyclone starts here for Bunny. Also for Innovation. Important to get those units in case of any air harassment. You will be able to shut that down incredibly easily and just get yourself a hand with those units, of course. Alright, nice look on that to the other Cyclone of Innovation. Innovation actually... Hold the phone, guys. This could be really bad for him. What does he have still coming in? Okay, he does have a siege tank coming. Oh my. Wow. I'm sorry, that was... Really? So he loses the Hellion. And then he looks onto a Reaper, I believe, as the other Cyclone for Bunny. And then that's it. Wow. Okay. Okay, alright. Is Bunny gonna 4-0 Innovation? You know, you see the 2-0, and you're like, alright, that's really good. Even if he loses now, he's put up a good fight. And then, suddenly 3-0. Huh. This is getting rough. This is getting quite rough. Innovation playing too much League of Legends lately, it feels like. Playing too much of the league. Alright. Well, we are steamrolling ahead in this one. The top left side, the blue Terran. You know, I'm not even going to bother the introduction sets. We're doing it too much right now. We don't have time to actually talk about what's going on. We're doing more introductions with the speed that these guys are going. Rather than just kind of discussing what's happening, such as, well, look at this. 2 SCVs. Coming through. Chopping their way through the purple forest. In no future, if the game doesn't work well, just play it and throw it away. Well, the machine seems to be malfunctioning, guys. A critical error right now is occurring. Bunny is unaware of this proxy 2 Rex though that is going in. Around his third. May want to consider getting a scout going across the map so he can start up those bunkers. Quite a crucial thing here. I'm not sure if he will, though. I think this may actually be a good one for Innovation. If this keeps going like this, we don't see a second gas for Bunny either. Yeah, Bunny could be in a lot of trouble here. I'm anticipating a lot of trouble here for Bunny. He's going for the command center here. This is the worst case situation for Bunny. Like, the absolute worst. Innovation. I mean, if he doesn't win this one... I think we need to remove Innovation from the Horseman crew. Like, we can no longer consider Innovation as one of the Horsemen. I'm not saying that Bunny's gonna take his place, but I mean, there's no way he loses this, right? Oh my god, he lost the Reaper. He lost the first initial Reaper. Oh no, now it's the bunker coming up. With the 2 SCVs here. His Reaper's already healing. Oh! Gotta shoot that other Reaper sooner! Okay, he does manage to get it. Okay, 2 Reapers. Better than 1. That's another opportunity here, of course. Another bunker that's a little bit further away. The Marines not in position to fight this at the time. SCV's coming in as well. They want to try to get themselves on top of this. Nice placement of those nades. Good timing overall. Will lose 1 Reaper. No, he will not. The bunker will not finish here either. There we go. Okay, things... Oh, no. You're kidding me. Losing one of those Reapers again here. Going towards the SCV line. And Hellion is on the way. Bunny's not going to give up so easily. He can taste that 4-0 victory. He wants it. He wants it bad. Okay, the repairing Reapers will heal themselves up here before there's another big fight going on. The bunker for Bunny did get salvaged. Cancelled that. And Innovation, he is looking for another base himself as well here, it looks like. Another bunker salvaged. Bunny on 500 minerals here. Not entirely sure what he's planning to do. Okay, he's going to go for the fight here with the 2 Hellions. The 2 Hellions, is that enough? Reapers, they do quite a bit of DPS. I think we may have ourselves an Innovation victory here, guys. Right. Oh, good targeting, though, from Bunny. 7 SCVs going down. Yeah, that's too much. Losing the units now, also. Another Hellion is available, but that should be it. Good AoE there. One more shot from the Hellion. Come on, Hellion. Yeah. Managed to get a point on the board here. At least, right? Still not giving up, though. He's got a block on the... there we go, okay. GG! No 4-0 today. Innovation just kind of trying to get everything together again. Just give him a point. That's right. Just give him one, right? We can see the desperation coming out of Innovation here. Really looking to at least get 1 point on the board. Another thing we have to take into account here, guys, is of course I haven't talked about it in a while, but we do have a Meteorino page. If you haven't already, please do go check it out. It's right there in the chat right now. We'll be able to get that sorted and get yourself some Christmas giving going on, right? For these players, whether it be Bunny, Innovation, Solar, or John. I'm fairly certain all of them will get a little bit of the money at least. And yeah, remember that it's just a code. It's just a code you fill in, and that's it. That's all you need to do. All right, game number 5. Game number 5 coming up here. Catastrophe was averted. Actually, let's do it like this, shall we? Balamo in the top right side. Once again, being a sneaky little boy, he's the red Terran player. He is a Kaisi Gamers Innovation. You know, if it doesn't work the first time, try it again. If it works that time, try it again. In the bottom left side, the blue Terran, Team Envy's Bunny. I don't see why Bunny stopped scouting, really. Right? I mean, that previous time, he did scout, saved his life, won him the game, and then he was just like, you know what? He's not going to do that again, right? And now, ever since then, he's just continuously thinking to himself, he's not going to do that again, is he? Why would he ever try to do something like that again? Well, oh, this is good, though. Double gas this time around for Bunny here. Should help him out a lot better against this situation. Another proxy 2 racks. Keep the blood pumping here. Keep the micro wars at the maximum. People were saying they would appreciate TVT a lot better if there was no siege tanks involved. Well, this way there's no siege tanks involved. Going for a third barracks here as well, actually. Alright. Fully dedicated now. Again, Bunny not scouting here. It could be really bad. Could be really, really bad. Cannot allow to be delayed with his factory here. Here comes the Reaper. That SCV still being in his base. Already a bit of a giveaway as what's to come. 2 SCVs here being utilized. Already throwing down that bunker. He knows. Oh no! He jumped down the cliff! He jumped down the cliff! Run, my little Reaper boy. That's right. Okay, just managed to get away from that location here. Single Marine is available for Bunny, but he has to pull out all his SCVs. Alright, well, it's not as a rough situation as the previous one, but definitely is quite the rough situation here. More Marines are absolutely necessary. Or a Hellion or anything, really. Okay, he does have his own Reaper across the map here, so that's a good call. Oh, can't let it get surrounded, though. There we go. Is going to be able to get his own damage dealt. SCVs need to get on top of things. Oh, that's a massive shot from that Hellion. But just barely, not enough to keep things going here. A lot of SCVs going down absolutely everywhere. A lot of multitasking from these two players. Bunny just waiting to have his own units back around again. Have something to work with here. One Hellion on the field. Needs a bit more, perhaps. Has that bunker now. Oh, it's Reaper. Looks like that did get taken out here. So 7 workers still remain for innovation. The command center flying over to another location as well. 2 Marines in the bunker. Is that going to be enough to hold down the fort? We have a Hellion as well somewhere, right? Is that still available? I don't think so. Landing the command center as quickly as possible. He just needs money, guys. Mining less than optimally here, but at least he's mining. Still only 2 Marines in his bunker. This is, I think Innovation's got this, right? I don't see this going into the favor for our Blue Terran anymore, guys, unfortunately. Looks like he once again got caught off guard with his pants down. And was incapable of really getting anything going anymore into his favor here. That's a rough one. It's another GG. And suddenly, there's only 1 game in between these two guys right now. Only 2 games apart. Bunny, I'm sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to tap out. GG. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not looking all that great here anymore for Mr. Bunny. We thought he was going to 4-0, and now, I mean, the Proxy 2 Rex showing its superiority here. I guess that was the Proxy 3 Rex, to be fair. Bunny not quite being able to get himself the worker damage that he needed on the other side of the map, but rough times indeed. Get the sweat off my forehead right now with a little Santa cloth. Oh well, moving on forwards. Game number 6. We're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. If this works one more time, suddenly we're tied up, and it's going to be all to play for Innovation again. Is that what we're going to have happen here? Well, for Bunny, I hope not, but we'll see. We'll see. Top right side, Team NV's Blue Terran, Bunny. Bottom left, Kaisi Gamers, Innovation. Okay. Making a supply depot right next to your own building already. Is that an indicator that it's going off? He didn't send out any SCVs this time, so I think this may be the one moment where he's not going to go for the Proxy Rex anymore. We're doing it twice in a row. You would anticipate your opponent to come scout for it again, right? You hate the Innovation that's playing right now? I mean, it's winning him games, right? He's just being smart, really. If it works, you're smart. If it doesn't, you're a lazy man that just wants it out of the game real quick. Okay, there's the scout. It's like, oh, now you do the regular stuff. I see how it is. I see how it is. Well, Bunny's playing it safe as well. Pretty much the same build that's going on here for both of them. Bunny, though. I mean, I am thoroughly impressed with Bunny again here today. It's good to see that, even though he didn't play a lot of online cups, he still got it, man. He still got it. That first game versus Solar was a little bit sloppy, I admit. There was definitely some things that you don't really see out of most of these really tough Terran players, right? A couple of moves that made you wonder, is that all you gonna bring today here, Bunny? But after that, absolute fire coming out of this this man right here. A little bit lackluster on the scouting there sometimes, but it's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors kind of situation, isn't it? I mean, Innovation didn't go for the scout this time around, which means that he's just slightly ahead right now. He's got a bit of extra money. He's going to be able to get everything a little bit quicker overall, and that is his advantage in this game here. Alright. So Innovation again here, getting himself a bit of a quicker starboard, I suppose. Actually, no, that's not the case at all. Medevac is on the way, though, as a tac lab here for Bunny. The Medevac, wonder what his plan is going to be with that Medevac. Are we already going to see aggression or something else entirely? Oh, the Reapers do manage to stop that other Reaper from getting access. Shooting down that little bit of a scout there. There's the siege tank in position. Oh, look onto the siege tank. Can't pick that up anymore, can you? No, sir, you cannot. That is going to go down. Oh, he stopped. He stopped the lock on. He thought he was going to get it. With that final shot, it didn't quite happen. Oh, that is abysmal. Has to use the auto turret now onto the siege tank instead of the other units here in the main base. That is rough. Okay, does still manage to get rid of everything though. Very good stuff. Even repairing the supply depots, so... Okay. Who won that fight? Actually, Bunny winning that fight quite convincingly. Quite a bit of extra efficiency coming out of that man. The blue Terran. Okay, but behind this, Innovation getting himself a third base. Oh, wait a moment. That's also a third base for Bunny, though. Okay, so after that, you know what? It feels weird saying this, but don't think that engagement right there is going to decide that much for the time being. Actually, if we have another fight going out right now for Innovation... Maybe, right? Because he did take a much worse fight. But if he kind of stays backwards, if he stays a bit more defensive, I don't think that's going to be too much of a difference. Which is actually what he's trying to do here. So he's going to keep his siege tanks back, the Ravens. So he's playing more defensively this time around. Just going to commit with a single Medevac. Medevac sees the Cyclone right there, so will not be going in for that attempt. Couple of extra barracks being thrown down. Vikings, once again for Bunny coming up. The Viking war definitely went into favor for Bunny there the previous time we saw it. At awkward moments when you're not quite sure anymore where your opponent went as soon as they move into a bush. It looked like the Cyclone just drove over the Marine right there. It's like red alerts. Oh, gets it. Loses it as well, though. Third base already in position. That's a good spot right there to be for Innovation. But this army for Bunny still quite something. In a good position as well. In order to get himself some damage done. Oh, a drop on the other side of the map though. Not much here to really defend against this. It's just pure SCVs. The SCVs are going to get pulled here. The siege tank not in siege mode. Struggling a little bit. That's a lot of SCVs going down. Oh, Bunny trying to make the fight go into his favor on the other side. We'll be able to take the overall battle here. But he's not left with that much. And he's lost 13 workers back at home. So he needs to do something here in order to get himself ahead once again. He's going for the +1/+1. But even that on its own is not going to be able to really help him out here. Since he doesn't have the +1/+1 either on the way. Alright, here's the fight, the big fight that we're waiting for. More SCVs. How many more are going to go down? Siege tanks need to target the other siege tank, I feel like. Alright, it's going to go for the SCVs here, it looks like. And, you know what? Bunny holds on. He still has an outpost here, an outcropping of units. Innovation in trouble now. Does not have that air dominance. Although the siege tank dominance does go into his favor here. Together with those Marines, he should be able to stop any type of further aggression coming out of Bunny here. Yeah, I don't think either of these players really in a position. Actually, hold the phone. Set up shop on the ramp area. Yeah, that's a good position. That's a great position to be at. Here we go. Siege tank coming in as well for both these players. The Liberator does fall, but so do an immense amount of SCVs. That has got to be it here, guys. I don't think Innovation will be playing here for very much longer. Fairly certain we're going to see the GG come out momentarily. Bunny played this absolutely beautifully. Sticking around with just a couple of extra units. Enough to keep everything going into his favor. Just slightly by the smallest margins, really. But it's again here doing the same thing, I think. Right? No? No, he's not. Alright, never mind. Got close, though, again. Moving back across. Innovation suddenly with 10 extra army supply here. Almost 20 extra army supply, actually. All that thought. We'll be able to get himself into a good position. That's the question here. Defender's advantage rather large. Bunny, all he has to do is avoid critical amounts of damage. He's allowed to lose about 10 workers. And then still be quite far ahead if he holds on. Alright, Innovation. There it is. The Bunny tactics coming out of the red Terran this time around. The machine. Oh, being spotted here by Bunny. He's ready for it. Don't doom drop the doom dropper. That's right. He knows. He knows how to deal with this. Looking for a potential, and there he sees those medevac once again. I don't think he saw it, did he? Okay, he must have. He's moving back again. One sacrificial lamb marine right there. Bunny doesn't have the +1/+1 just quite yet, so his marine's a little bit weaker here. His marine's also moving around a little bit there before the fight actually happens, so that's a big advantage going into Innovation's favor. Innovation here, still with a massive amount of Marines moving forwards. So Army Supply just taking a much better trade here because of that upgrade advantage and a little bit of a slight miscontrol from Bunny. It may not seem like much, but that can make or break a fight very rapidly. Incredibly snowbally, this type of matchup right here. Third base for Bunny. Had to be evacuated. You are kidding me. Innovation's pushing back. He's pushing back real hard right now. Okay, big stim forwards. Again, not quite finding what he was looking for. Had to move backwards. The siege tanks for Innovation in a grandiose position. Moving up the ramp. Down he goes. Just like that. Striking back with a slight lead in the army supply and finds himself still the victory. That was fantastic. Very, very impressive way to take back that game and bring himself into a tied-up situation here. We're going into game number 7. That is a lot of momentum now being built up here for Innovation. I was certain that was going to go into Bunny's favor, but Apparently, we just don't know. It looks like it was gonna be a 4-0. It looked like it was gonna be a 4-0, guys. All of a sudden, that seems just so far out of the realm of possibilities right now for Bunny to achieve. It's ridiculous. How the hell did he win this game? That's a good question. That's a great question. How in the hell did he win that game? I think he still had just barely enough economy and barely enough army supply to get that snowball going. Bunny there, not having the upgrades. A slight bit of mismicro with his marines. Not splitting up the marines either against the siege tanks, I suppose. Tiny little things. And letting victory escape his grasp once again here. Can still be 4-0. It will never be 4-0 again. Bunny did manage to win 3 games. 3 games in a row to start this off. And now struggling so hard to get himself that full victory. He wants it so badly, but maybe that could be the part of the problem as well, right? Just the tension of realizing I just need one more game. Just one more game, and then I win against innovation here. So a lot of pressure that you put yourself under. Alright, here we go. This is just before the 3-4 banned from the 3-0 score. This is a very rare case. And it's a very expected, a very rare case, and it's a very expected 7 game. Interesting. Reverse sweep. It's looking like, oh wait a moment, I'm doing this wrong. There we go. Wait. I'm crazy. Yeah, there we go. Took me a while. We've been going up and down the scoreboard track a couple of times now. In the top left, there is the right side of that, and there is a red Terran. And he is fighting for Kaisi Gaming Innovation. His opponent in the blue, Team Envy, he is Bunny. Alright, more mind games coming out of Innovation. Once again, putting that barracks just into the natural base instead. On the other side, Bunny. Man, that's got to be rough. That has got to be so incredibly rough. The place he's in right now mentally. 7th match winner's choice. What do you mean? What's my choice for who wins the 7th game? I would like Bunny to win. But with the momentum right now, I feel like Innovation's gonna win. Thought Natsu got a bit German there. So I was like, what's she trying to say? Bunny is einen. Bunny is einen, and then it just kind of stopped. It was just a typo for win. I see now. Starports being constructed here still for Bunny. Has that command center a bit earlier again over Innovation here. You've seen this happen before. Imagine the control and just overall like calmness you'd have to have as Innovation as well to bring a series like this back, right? It's continuously on the verge of elimination, on the verge of becoming second in the tournament, and then just kind of being like, you know what? All right, let me just try proxy 2 racks, proxy 3 racks. Here we go. Who cares that it didn't work the previous times? You need a lot of mental fortitude to bring yourself back in a game, in a series like this. The Cyclone here for Little Bunny is definitely helping out quite a bit. Not sure if it's going to be enough with that medevac right there. Of course, the Locons are going to immediately disengage as soon as they are able to pick up the units. There we go. Great micro from Innovation here. More Marines coming into play. Does manage to get that Reaper. And losing 3 SCVs overall. That kind of ties up the worker count for now. But of course, still 2 SCVs at the same time being constructed here by Bunny. Only 1 for Innovation. Okay. Drop here into the natural. Interesting. Gets 1 SCV. Fair enough. Bunny definitely in a good position here, right? He's got a 3rd base on the way as well. Let's see, he's got 2 Ravens out. Similar siege tank counts. And Innovation's going to be the one aggressive. So if Bunny shuts this aggression down, I feel like we have ourselves a victor here. Perhaps. Oh, but wait a moment. Innovation also getting at 3rd base on location to boot. So definitely going to help him out as well. There he goes. Placing himself further forwards. Siege tanks weren't in siege mode position just quite yet. Sometimes that's a good way to catch your opponent off guard. Okay, pushes Bunny outside of the quick access to help out against fights on the left side. So Innovation immediately kind of jumps up on the opportunity to get himself a fight going here. Was it the right call? He's losing most of his stuff right now. But did manage to get rid of some of the siege tanks of Bunny also. Definitely didn't take the better end of that trade, to be fair. Innovation kind of having to take the back burner onto things now. Moving everything back. That 3rd base already in location though, so he has a bit more mining going on. But, I mean, Bunny has that 3rd base sooner producing SCVs. Still a bit up in the air here. Innovation can still hold its own against this attack right now, but without the... Well, where are his Ravens? They are in the natural, okay. Not that much energy on them. If a fight does occur without those Ravens present, and they are present for Bunny, that could be enormous right now. Interference Matrix, there they are, okay. Rest of this fight, the Vikings here. Let's see, auto turrets were constructed by Innovation, I think. We have ourselves a victor, though. That is not going to be healthy. Ravens nowhere in sight when they were needed. Maybe I'm calling it too quickly, though, to be fair. But Bunny here in a wonderful position, and I would be surprised if he lets that go too easily. Here we are, being pulled all the SCVs. That's a lot of damage he'll take no matter what is going to happen next. 14, 15, 16 SCVs. Vikings still up in the air. 16 just like that. Army supply not going into Innovation's favor either. Still has the siege tank here, dropping the Vikings from the sky. Ready to take a fight again here is Bunny. It's a bit reminiscent of game number 6 here, to be fair, but I don't... Although... Oh, hold up the phone, guys. Bunny bleeding again a bit more than you would want him to. A bit too eager to finish off the game right now. Is that gonna hurt him once more? Innovation just a bit better at actually finishing off his opponents here, it seems, rather than Bunny. Bunny, please. Bunny, please, don't you dare throw this game right now. That's... Oh. I still have that one Raven here. Ever so crucial. Doom drop. He could just put himself over here, but he's going to go into the main base. Viking's not quite ready to take the fight there. Alright, trying to target down the air army now. Bunny is allowed to lose a couple of SCVs here. Not too many, but he's allowed to lose some. Oh, the siege tank. Actually, one of them not actually firing. The other one not going into siege mode. Another one over here that could have been brought closer into the fray. And Bunny here bleeding out a lot more than he necessarily had to. Vikings finally landing now. Here we go. Okay, does manage to get the cleanup, but that was also a lot worse than it had to be. Another attack here on top of this siege tank. That siege tank in siege mode having a rough time to pick this battle. Bunny losing a lot of workers now. Suddenly behind 10 workers in total when he once again got himself in such a beautiful position. All of a sudden, Innovation just snaps it out of his hands and crawls away from the gates of hell here. Innovation. Innovation. Wow. Really doing a number there onto Bunny once more. He's now 15 workers behind in total. Upgrade lead not in Innovation's favor, so we can't just chalk it up to that right now. It really was just positioning and poor management of his units there, unfortunately. And Innovation just kind of making use of those opportunities. Coming in here with a medevac as well, filled up to the brim with those Marines. It's a one-way journey, but again, more SCVs are going to get targeted down. Not too many though, only 4 of them. Natural base also actually a drop going down. 11 more workers killed. Bunny. Bunny's got to have to be kicking himself right here. He has 88 army supply though versus 51. It could still be enough. It could still be enough to actually break the door of Innovation down. Kick it in and actually slap Blue Terran justice all across the Red Terran's face here. Alright. It's a very solid opportunity here, Bunny. Time is ticking though. He needs to find a good angle of attack. Can't afford to wait around too long. Nor can he afford to take a bad angle, of course. It's a delicate balance of trying to get himself into a good position while also not throwing away and waiting around too long. Starting to siege up his siege tanks very, very meticulously. Quite on the safe side as well. Reposition here from Innovation. Only a single siege tank for Bunny. That's going to get shot down rather quickly. Only gets 1 volley. Now we have a trench warfare here scenario, which is not what Bunny needs. Army supply is really quite quickly dropping out of his favor here. And so is the economy game, of course. I mean, a 4th base for Innovation already in location. More than 20 workers. Almost 25 workers ahead right now. Bunny, he is letting it slip once again. What's the move here, Bunny? Maybe just do a Doom drop. I know people have ridiculed you so many times in the past for doing Doom drops, but maybe that's exactly what we need right now. Maybe that is exactly what we need right now. A massive anti-armor missile could help out a ton here. Good spreading of those Marines from Bunny. He's making it work still, it looks like. Perhaps Planetary Fortress finishes up in time. Quick change of firepower there, drastically increasing and getting rid of a lot of those Marines from the right flank. Bunny suddenly finding himself in a bad position against this. There we go. There is the drop. There is that Doom drop. Desperate attempt for a desperate situation. For a desperate man. Here we go. There's the scoot along the side. Innovation gonna have a bit of trouble getting there in time. Already has a couple of Liberators set up. That is good, but they're not set up on top of the siege tanks. This could be bad for Innovation. It's a rough position he has to trade into. It's a really good siege tank position for Innovation as well, though. Yeah, this is a beautiful response overall for Innovation. He's gonna hold this quite nicely. And Bunny there trading a lot less efficient as he would have liked to, I think. Another attack is coming in here. There's 3 siege tanks unaware to Bunny. Just to the right of this location. Bunny, he could get this orbital. Does actually manage to get the orbital. That is pretty good. Slight thing finally going into the way of the blue Terran here. Gets a lot of the Marines as well. There's a couple of siege tanks now quite on their lonesome. But he could try to take that fight, right? Yeah, can just target us down. We'll be able to take out most of the siege tanks here. GG is called there. Bunny, with a final attempt there through the middle, will be able to finally crack Innovation open and get the victory there.